Here's what you need to know. Once you go into contract, until contingencies are removed, you need to think about a few things. So we're in contract. You are in business. This is exciting, but don't get too excited yet. We have to get through the contingency timeframes. The buyer now will secure their loan, have their inspections on their property, and review all of the reports and disclosures. This typically takes anywhere between 7 and 10 days, depending upon what was initially agreed upon in the contract. In some cases, when you're dealing with a very desirable home that has multiple offers, we can negotiate for there to be no contingencies. But this is not very common, depending upon what the market is like. During the contingency timeframes, the buyer can back out of the home if they are not happy with anything they discover on any of the reports, the disclosures, or any of the inspections that they have done. After reviewing the reports and having the inspections, this is when the buyer would be asking for things to be repaired, or they could possibly ask for credits because of the things they discovered during the contingency time frame. The buyer also has the option to back out of the home if they choose, or if they request items that we cannot come to a mutual agreement upon. They can back out also. For some reason, if they are not able to qualify for the loan, or if the home does not appraise and we cannot come to a mutual agreement on the price or the condition of the appraisal, the buyer can also choose to back out. You need to understand that if a home doesn't appraise for the contractual amount, the lender will only loan on the appraised value, and obviously take into consideration what the buyer is qualified for. Any additional money required would need to be made up in additional cash paid by the buyer, or the seller would have to agree to adjust their contractual price again, unless you have countered out any of these contingencies and they are not a part of the contract. The buyer has the right to back out of the home and retain their earnest money. Now listen, there's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot of ways that we can protect a seller to make sure this doesn't happen, but it's something you need to be aware of. This is why it's essential to hire an agent like myself who knows how to properly vet the buyer's offer, have the right conversations, and ask the right questions to the buyer's agent and the lender. The earnest money is only at risk if they have officially removed their contingencies. So I always advise my clients not to pack all of their bags until all of the contingencies are removed. Be sure to get the contingencies removed as soon as possible and stay within contractual timeframes as much as possible. This is important for both the buyer and the seller. Once the contingencies are removed, well, now you get a little relief and a little more insurance that the home sale will go through. You should be moving soon. Watch below to see what happens next and what to expect. Feel free to personally reach out to me so I can get into more detail with you. We can find out what your needs are so I know how to properly serve and advise you based upon your specific circumstances. Well, you have a great day. My name is Lynn Alt with eXp Realty, helping people to make a right move. Give me a jingle when you're ready.